Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about potty training and how to know when to start potty training. I watched a ton of videos, I read a ton of stuff online. I am by no means an expert because I'm only like a couple weeks into potty training, but these are the tips that I have found that will show you whether or not your child is ready to potty train. So let's get started. So one of the very first tips that I have is actually not about your child, it's about you. It is more important that you are ready to potty train. And what I mean by that is, are you mentally prepared? Are you ready to be in the house for, a couple of weeks? Are you ready to, sacrifice long trips? Are you ready to decide between pull-ups and underwear and no underwear and diapers and all of that sort of stuff? Like, are you mentally ready to start potty training? Because it is a lot of work. Like I said, I'm a little ways into potty training my son, and the first week was rough. Like, I'm talking like, I never want to do this again, rough. Not because he was bad and not because it wasn't successful, but because it's a lot mentally and emotionally on you. So keep that in mind moving forward. So on to some of the actual tips to look for your children, whether or not you think that they are ready to potty train. You're gonna know your child better than anybody else, and I will say that right off the top. But there are a few things that will definitely help potty training if your child is showing some of these cues and signs. So one of the very first ones is the fact that they will actually tell you potty. They will say potty. They can physically say that. Or pee or poop or something to communicate with you that they have to go to the bathroom. If they're not at that point, which my son was not, you're going to have to come up with some other ideas of how to get them to express that to you. So we have a little sign language that we say, potty, tell mommy when you have to go potty. He is now just starting to get the idea that like, oh, I've got to go potty. So he does this with his hands, like, oh, take me to the bathroom. But again, he's not saying potty yet. So had he said potty, it would have made everybody's life a lot easier. Another one would be the fact that they don't like to be dirty. If they are showing you any signs that they want out of their diaper after they've either pooped or peed in it, that is a really, really good sign that they are gearing up to get ready for potty training. They're realizing that, ew, yucky, I don't want to sit in this anymore. And that can be anything from as subtle as them tugging on their pants after they've had an incident in their diaper. That can be them, bringing you physically a diaper with some wipes or whatever that might be. That can be them saying poop, poop, and pulling on their pants. That can be them taking off their diaper if their diaper has something in it and they're taking their diapers off. Any of those can be signs that they are ready to be potty trained. Another one is that you'll notice that their nap time and nighttime diapers are getting drier and drier. So my son was starting to wake up from his naps almost dry completely, and his naps would be anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. And that's a long stint for a little guy to have only little piddles in his diaper. So keeping that in mind, keeping an idea of, how often they're actually going pee, how often you're having to change those diapers, because they might be teaching themselves bladder control before you even start to potty train, and that would be fantastic. Another really common one is just that they're interested in the potty. We did this a few weeks before we really started to potty train, where we took my son into the bathroom all of the time with us because he was so interested. Every time one of us went to the bathroom, we would let him flush the toilet. We'd let him kind of investigate inside the toilet, like not with his hands or anything, but we'd let him look in and be like, hey, look, mommy went pee-pee, or hey, look, there's poo in the toilet. Okay, that's yucky, let's flush it. And so that gets him used to knowing that that's where waste actually goes. The other really, really nice thing for us is we cloth diapered, and so anytime he pooped in his cloth diaper, we would take it to the toilet and spray it off. And so when I would do that, I would say, ooh, look, Jacob's yucky poop, that goes in the potty, that goes in the potty. So that's another really, really good one. That's a huge one. If they are associating potty with waste, that's an awesome step in the right direction. You'll start to notice that your child wants privacy when they do number 2. They will, you know, go off into a corner, or they will, you know, hide around the, you know, table or somewhere. They're going to be hidden. They're going to want to have their privacy. And one of the biggest things that my son would do is he would kind of just go away. But if I noticed that he was, you know, making those grunting faces and kind of doing a little like mini squat, and I would like point attention to it, if I'd be like, oh, somebody's pooping, to my husband or whoever was in the room, Jacob would get this frowny face like, hey, don't be talking about that. I'm trying to, you know, do my business. And so that was a big indicator for us that he was ready. He wanted his privacy. So the very last thing that I will say with potty training is that every kid is different. Every kid is going to be ready at different times. Every kid is going to show different signs. So just really be in tune with what your child is showing you, and don't be afraid to talk about potty and poop and let them in the bathroom and let them explore that area, because it's only going to help you and your child learn and grow more in that area. So those are my tips, guys. That was really all of the signs that Jacob showed us. If you have any other tips, leave them in the comments down below for everybody else to go ahead and take a peek at, because there are, I'm sure, a ton other things that I did not mention here. But those are the tips that worked for us for our 15-month-old. He was 14 months old when he started to show a lot of these signs, and so we thought we might as well give it a shot. So like I said, comment down below, get a conversation started down there, guys. Let me know more tips, and give some advice to those other moms out there so that we can all help each other with this potty training, because it is a lot of work, I'm telling you. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and hit that subscribe button to follow along, and we will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.